Char Margolis, Char Communications Incorporated, and CharVision LLC do not endorse or offer for any purpose but entertainment the views of any guest or other expert on CharVision or UBN.
I knew things before they happened from the time I was a child. At the age of 8, I saw a spirit at the foot of my bed and didn't know what it was. And in my 20s, I finally realized I had a special ability that could help others. I have learned that love never dies. There is a spirit world that can communicate with us, and we all have the gift of intuition. Join me, and together we will explore the possibilities of the unknown from beyond and more. This is CharVision. Hello, everybody. Happy holidays. I hope you're enjoying yourself. I'm so excited to be here on Christmas with you. And hark the herald angels sing. We have an angel expert with us today. What a perfect idea and what a perfect guest for this holiday season. Her name is Chris Alexandria. And she is an angel intuitive and energy healer. Hi, Chris.
Hello, Char. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you. I hope you're enjoying yourself. Are you in cold weather or warm weather?
Oh, it's a little mild here in Williamsburg this year.
Williamsburg,
Virginia.
Oh, you're in Virginia. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it's always weird for me to be in Los Angeles during the holidays because I'm from Michigan and it's just usually so cold there or snowing or something. Okay, so how did you get involved with doing angel work? Because it's such an interesting spiritual kind of work.
You know, it really is. And it's so much fun. The Cliff Note version of how I got involved in this is I found out when I was well into my 30s, I had been doing this my entire life. But as you just so eloquently said, it's on the, shall we say, more unusual side. I shut down for many, many years and disowned it and ignored it and did all sorts of other things to be accepted and loved and, you know, things that all of us humans love to do. And it was when I had a phone reading and I was the client, and the woman calls in a bunch of other angels that I can't even remember. But one of them was Archangel Ariel. And before I could monitor what I was going to say or react, I went, oh, Pinky! But I said it a whole lot louder than I just did. And I looked around the room. I'm going, who just said that? And I don't remember anything else from the reading. That night I go to bed. My husband's traveling, so I'm in bed by myself. I said, okay, everybody at this reading, front and center now. So now expecting Ariel to come in, as soon as I saw her, I went, oh, it's you. She's my guardian angel. And as a child, I did not know the name Ariel, but because she resonates the color pink, I called her Pinky.
Oh.
So it is a little bit of an off thing.
But she was familiar to you. Like it's like you had known her all your life, right?
Exactly. So when she came in during that reading, it was like my long lost friend had just walked in the door that I had forgotten all about. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's you. So that one event basically clinched everything all up and said, guess what, honey, you've been doing this your whole life. You might as well step out of that closet, fly your freak flag and say, guess what, I'm an angel intuitive. But even after that, it took me a long time because I would always say, I just don't chat with angels. I'm not just an energy healer. I'm not just, and I was making an excuse about it. And then I went, oh, wait a minute. And then the angels went, okay, she's starting to get it here, folks. Wait a minute. That's a blessing. I'm not just an angel healer. I'm not just, an energy worker. I'm not just.
So are angels real?
Oh, without a doubt.
Well, I think so too, but it's one of the questions I was asked to ask you.
Absolute doubt, yeah.
But tell us exactly what is an angel. What are angels?
Well, the name itself, the word angels, means messengers of God. So they are here to, bottom line, help us make sense out of this thing we called life. They're here to serve us. What they are is energy. We, because we like to make sense of things. We are the ones that have given them wings and halo. And are they male or are they female? We're the one that have given them sex. Is it Michael or is it Michelle? Is it Gabriel or Gabrielle? We're the ones that have done all that. They're pure energy. And because they're pure energy, that's part of the beauty of working with them.
Are they like Caitlyn Jenner?
They could be. They are everywhere and anywhere at any nanosecond. They are with you right this second. Yeah, in LA.
I'm just teasing. There's really no label, a gender label on them. They're
absolutely
just
not.
Energy.
They're androgynous.
Right. Okay. So are there good and bad angels?
I would have to say, in a form of recognition, yes. As far as bad angels, I don't dance in that realm at all. I have never encountered a bad angel. I've encountered what I call lower energies, and it's very real. It's very ugly. But if there are lower energies, there may be, we've given them the term again, fallen angels that aren't quite as cool as they used to be.
Well, they say that the devil was a fallen angel. That the devil learned everything there is about good and turned it to evil and manipulated by using good.
Exactly.
And I know some people like that.
And I do too. And it falls into that arena of ego. I know better. And then we start listening more and more. Bless you. Unfortunately, I have encountered some people that have more or less gone to the dark side, and it's rather sad. So yeah, I'd have to say in a nutshell, there are. The bottom line, a very hard, fast rule, I guess, would be a better way to say. If you ever hear a message and it's self-deprecating, or it's trying to, quote, put you in your place, it is not an angelic message. It is not something you want to dance with.
How do you protect yourself from anything that may be negative?
Oh, Big Mike, Archangel Michael. Big
Mike and Pinky.
Big Mike and Pinky. Big Mike is the patron saint of the police force for our country, and police are all about protection. And Michael's telltale, he works, his planet in the sky is the sun, and the sun is warm. So his telltale sign is heat. So the more you begin to work with Michael, you begin to feel warm. And one of the things I tell all of my clients and all of my customers, that before you do any spiritual work, meditation, even if you're going and getting a massage, getting an energy treatment, let alone giving one, you're to call on Archangel Michael first. As an example, years and years ago,
everybody calls on Archangel Michael?
Absolutely.
So he can be in different places at one time?
Oh, that's the beauty of angels. They're energy.
Right. That makes sense.
They can be, like I said earlier, they're in your studio right now in the LA area as they're with me in Virginia. The same exact angels, same exact second.
I also have some living angels here, by the way.
Yes, your studio.
Everybody in my room here are all living angels to me right now. Okay, so we call on Archangel Michael to protect us. Right. And are there other angels that you call on to protect you?
That is my go-to for protection.
Okay.
Hands down. He allows my meditation to go deeper. He allows my clients to leave their session feeling very grounded and safe, because he keeps them in that little cocoon. Because when we open ourselves up to energy, just like we just talked about, there are lower energies out there. And they're going to go, oh, look, she's opened or he's open. Let's go get some. Let's go nibble and bug them. So by allowing Michael to come in first,
but
it allows everything to be even better.
We need to be aware and know that protection is important for all of us. I always say, a battery, the world runs like a battery. There's always a positive and negative charge. And so you always want to make sure that we're not letting any negative come in. Okay, so I have an interesting question here from Elisa. Hello,
Elisa.
I don't want you to, because I didn't come up with this one. This is out there. Is it possible for angels and humans to mate, or are there beings who are hybrid human angel? Human/angel.
So the first question, I get a big old no.
Okay.
I saw that question ahead of time, so I asked the gang, as I call them. I said, "Is this possible?" They go, "Yeah, no," because they're pure energy. We are very thick. We're very dense, literally and figuratively.
Right.
It won't work.
Right.
Now, do angels? All right, so humans, and then likewise, do not become angels.
Okay.
We may say, like Elisa is, an angel.
She's an angel on earth to me.
Right. She's what we would call an earth angel, but in that true literal sense, she's not an angel.
And my little Sonny is.
But angels do come in as humans. They'll pop in for a specific situation. I have loads of stories if you want to hear one of those.
Yes.
But then angels also
give us a Cliff Note version, since you're good at that.
You like that?
Yeah.
Okay, so my husband and I were coming home from a second honeymoon, and my parents had been watching our daughters. And my dad had gone home ahead of time. We knew that. And my dad, we just can't leave him alone for too long because he ends up getting himself into trouble. So he was not feeling well. So mom went home to take care of him, which of course left our daughters home. My parents had taken care of it. Our neighbors were watching them. And it was really only a day and a half time lapse from when mom left and we were going to be home. But of course, hearing that upon the boat docking in New York City, I went into full mom bear mode and I've got to get home. So the boat docked. By the time we cleared customs, we had to get a cab, get over to Grand Central Station or Penn State, I forget which one, to take the train back up to Massachusetts, where we lived at the time. We had less than 2 hours from when the boat docked to when the train departed, or we had to wait another 6 or 8 hours. So of course, I was opting for, option A, the first train. So we pull up to the station, cars are parked 3 or 4 deep, and there's not a red cap in sight. I hop out of the car, lean back in to grab something, turn around, and there stands this beautiful man. He's a red cap. He says, "May I help you?" I said, "Yes." Told him the situation. He says, "Not a problem." Took us to the counter. He says, "You go take care of the tickets. I'll be standing right here by the escalator." Husband says, "Watch him," because of course we had already encountered gypsies in Europe, so we weren't going to be fooled again. And I turned around, looked at the red cap, and he's just standing there. He waves at me, he winks. I'm like, "Okay, honey, he's fine." Gets us onto the train. Suitcase is all settled in. We turn around, we thank him very much, turn around to give him a tip. He's gone.
Oh.
I go off the train, look up and down the platform, which is empty. He's gone.
Whoa.
So angels pop in when something is very, very important. Now, had an angel popped in at that moment to do the same exact job looking like a beggar, we wouldn't have been as willing.
Mm-hmm.
But he showed up exactly as we would need it and helped us. And we got on the first train and got home.
And your husband understands how protected you guys are?
Yeah, he tells me I did a lot of bait and switch. He works in the corporate world, and he says, "I had no idea." I said, "But it's really funny because the friends I've had, we've been married over 30 years now." And I said, "But the friends I've had longer than I've known you are going, it's about time."
Oh.
So this is something that has been true to me forever. Mm-hmm. And the more I get into it and the more I work on my books and we see clients and he sees me in action at the various expos we do across the country. Mm-hmm. He sees the impact I have with people and he says, "I get it." He says, I get it, but I don't get it, but I get it.
You know what? Maybe it's good that you have that balance.
You know what?
Because he keeps your feet on the ground and you got to still live on the earth plane with the rest of us.
Exactly. So he helps keep me very grounded. He helps keep the business as a business. He keeps me focused in that regard. But at
Hmm.
the same time, he protects me so I can go off and be highly creative and work on my whatever project
Are
I'm
you
working on.
naive? Are you naive sometimes and just see only the good in people?
Yeah, I'm guilty as charged.
Yeah. So I think that he needs to be there to kind of help protect you.
He does.
Yeah, because not everybody's an angel.
No, no, I call him my knight in shining armor, and without a doubt,
It
he is.
sounds like he is. What are some of the most common misconceptions about angels?
Well, we talked a little bit about that earlier, that they are male or female, and they're
Oh,
not.
right, right.
One of the things I hope everybody takes away from this is that anything that they wish an angel to help with, all they have to do is ask.
Okay, so how can people connect with their guardian angels?
Simply ask. And I get questions so much of, I don't know their name, which is cool, perfectly understandable. I
Hmm.
had forgotten for how many years. So a name to be used is Raphael. Raphael oversees all the guardian angels. So by calling
Oh,
on, and so it gives you a name because we like to, who am I talking with? So if I say Raphael, I forget my guardian angel's name. Can you help reintroduce us? And then the doors begin to become open. And it's just so cool because angels, they communicate every single day with you, whether you
hmm.
realize it or not. Have
And
you,
what are the
have you,
difference between guardian angels and spirit guides, or are they all the same?
no, they're very different. Angels are angels, like we're talking about. Spirit guides are a bevy of things. They can be loved ones that have skipped on over,
Hmm.
grandma. So again, they're human. So
Hmm.
they can still be a guide. They can be a person from history that's helping us along this path.
Right, but
Madam, maybe you're a nurse and Madame Curie's helping
I
you.
have seen some of my guides that are like in white robes, and
Mhm.
there's like a group of them.
Right. And that
And
can get into even the ascended masters arena, which they were human at one point, but they became so spiritually evolved, they ascended. So
hmm.
people are familiar with Buddha and Gandhi. Those would be ascended masters.
Yeah, and when I first started, and I still have a spirit guide named White Feather, and I find
Mm.
white feathers everywhere. And even when I was on TV, I would go on I was on TV with Regis Philbin, and a white. It's happened more than once. White feathers would float out of nowhere on the set.
Don't you
And
love it?
yeah, and then we went to lunch once, and we were in New York, and it was a snowstorm, and there was a white feather right there in a snowstorm.
I love it. Yeah, it happens to me all the time. I could
So they
take our
show
dog for a
symbols.
walk.
So do the angels show symbols like the spirit guides show symbols?
Oh, absolutely. And white feathers is one of their classic signs.
Oh, it is.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. My group on Facebook, there, in fact, one woman posted today, she's interviewing for a new job, and she took a walk, and on her walk, she found two feathers and posted them. So
Well,
it is absolutely a sign
but
from the
but I
angels.
also know that some spirits will show other signs. Like some people find pennies, some people find
Hmm.
dimes.
Right, right. So, and it varies. It's like one of my grandmother's name was Mary. And after she skipped over, I found Mary medallions in places that they had no right to be.
Oh, so
Like,
that was her saying, "Honey, I'm here."
exactly, exactly. So
Oh,
the
isn't that
signs come
lovely? Okay, so
fast and
when you
furious.
tell your husband this, I found another medallion today. Grandma's here.
Oh,
What is
yeah,
he?
he just
Tell me
like,
what he says. I'm fascinated. I wish he was in the room with you.
poor guy. I told him one day, 'cause we were in the house. I'm walking down the hallway, between the office and the bedroom. So it's, part of the house I used frequently. And there is a Mary medallion right smack on the floor. I said, "Oh, Grandma came visiting." He went, "Really?" I go, "Yeah, look what I just found." He goes, "Okay." And this one day, it was really funny. It's a story he likes to tell frequently. We're both in the kitchen, and I'm going, "Okay, uh-huh, all right." And he looked at me and says, "I wasn't talking to you." And I looked at him and I smiled. I said, "Yeah, I wasn't talking to you either." And he looked at me. He goes, "Oh, excuse me, I forgot who I was talking to now." So,
But
so yeah,
it's actually he sounds like he really does believe, but he's more
He has to pretend
maybe
he doesn't.
skeptical so he can see both sides of every story.
Oh, without a doubt. He could have been born in Missouri, the show me state.
So tell us about some of your favorite sayings, like don't underestimate the power of
Of a happy
simplicity
person.
and joy. Simplicity
Yeah.
and joy.
Yeah, one of my favorite sayings is don't underestimate the power of a happy person. And to even paraphrase that or rephrase it is you are your most powerful when you are in your joy. Those are two of my favorite sayings.
I love
because
that. Everybody at
Thank
home,
you. Thank you.
all of us at CharVision are going to remember this.
Well,
Say
thank
that
God.
again.
You are your most powerful when you are in your joy.
You are most powerful when you are in your joy because it's all positive and it's the energy so elated. It's wonderful.
Yeah, because when you're in your joy, you're present.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're in the present, you're in your being versus doing or trying, there's nothing wrong. Everything, there's no competition, there's no animosity. You are allowing yourself to simply be.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to stay in that center. Your center, of course, being your heart. And when you live from that, you know, it may not be happening as you think it's supposed to be happening, but you still know what's happening. You allow yourself to trust a bit more versus when you're living more via your head.
And since it's Christmas, joy to the world.
And since it's Christmas, absolutely joy to the world.
Yeah. So tell us about any extraordinary experiences you've had with angels or angelic messengers.
Well, I did mention the one when we had the red cap.
Right.
Another great story. We had taken the girls to Italy, and my husband at the time was working on a historical fiction. So he had gone prior to the family going.
He's a writer.
Yes, is not published yet, but he does love to write.
Good for him.
And thank you. And he's a history nut. World War II specifically, and there wasn't at the time a lot written about the involvement of Italy, not the Mussolini side, but the American side, and how it wrapped up into the Jews and all of that stuff. So he had gone there and he had found the oldest synagogue in Rome. So we had walked through the area. And we were standing outside the synagogue, and he was telling us, and this little leprechaun of a man comes over and proceeds to give us a personal instructions for like 45 minutes about the synagogue and the history and the involvement and how all these things happened during the war. And it was really fascinating.
Wait, where was this?
It was in Rome, Italy.
I think I went there.
Isn't it beautiful? So
yes.
We're walking away, and the girls are walking in front of us, and my husband leans over and he goes, "You think he was an angel, don't you?" And I looked at him and I said, "It's kind of important that you do." And I started chuckling, and I turned around to wave at the man one more time. He looked at me, and I swear, Char, he looked at me, winked, and disappeared before my eyes.
I believe you. I believe you.
And it was just a magical, so having angels come in is not always this event. It can happen in these very, lovely ways where you, upon reflection, go, "Oh, wow, that was kind of cool. Maybe." So they don't always come in. In fact, they frequently don't come in their angel regalia.
If you think about it, every religion talks about angels.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, I mean, during Passover, the angel of death in Judaism comes and, saves the boys from being murdered. In Catholicism, in Christianity, in every religion, they talk about, hark the herald angel sings.
Right. I'm working on my third book.
Angels.
Right. I'm working on my third book right now. And part of that is doing a little bit of background. And to my knowledge, there is no religion that does not acknowledge angels.
And so, if you go to the museum, all the pictures and the paintings are all of angels. So they've been around for ages and ages and ages.
Exactly. And they've been around since the beginning of time.
And do you call them your gang?
I do, because they're always collectively chatting with me. They do come forward individually if I'm working on something very, very specific, or they need to come forward individually for a client when they're in session. But usually it's a collective chatter.
Why every time I talk about your angels do I hear music in my head? I hear like a choir of angels. I really do. Every time I want to like they're bursting out in song. Why do I hear that?
Welcome to my world, darling.
Is this really what happens to you? Because
Yeah.
I wasn't even going to say it to you but I feel it. I mean, I really like, oh, it's like,
Yes,
it's
yes,
amazing.
this is why I didn't say anything for a long time. Like, okay, am I really going kind of crazy, or is this like the real thing? And that's what a lot of people wonder. Am I making this crap up, or?
So how can all of us, the first thing we do, tell us again how to connect with our angels. What do we say?
Just simply ask. Say, hey, angels, I need some help.
It's Raphael. Raphael, get your butt in gear. We want our angels.
Yeah, Raphael will help you with your guardian angel, and Michael will help you with protection.
Okay, got that, everybody? And then tell us what projects you're working on now.
Ooh, yummy stuff. So I am finishing up my third book. It is Chatterology is the name of the book, How to Know You're Chatting with the Angels and Not Yourself. And it's very, very juicy. This book has been going on for years, and let it lay dormant for a bit because it wasn't having that kind of energy I wanted behind it. I wasn't feeling it. And it is in beta testing right now. Beta because the book itself will be the basis of my authorization course. So you too can become an angel chatter intuitive. So that's my very, very big project right now.
And do you have a website? Do you have Facebook? What do you have that we can connect with you?
Oh, I am all over the place, darling. Yes, I have a website. It is angelchatter.com.
Angelchatter.com.
Mm-hmm. You can find me on Facebook under my name, Chris Alexandria. I have a beautiful and amazing closed group, which simply means you must ask to join because we keep it sacred. And it's called Angel Chatter.
Okay, so Angel Chatter it is, and that's how people can connect with you.
Absolutely. So via my Facebook, angelchatter.com, you can find me on Facebook under my name and join my Facebook group, Angel Chatter.
Well, I really appreciate you being here and sharing your knowledge with us because we all love angels around here. And everybody,
I do
too. we need our angels. We do.
I agree.
And you're an angel for being here and helping share your knowledge with us. And I wish you a wonderful holiday.
Thank you. You too, Char.
Okay. Take good care.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, everybody, it's the holidays, and I don't know if you got anyone my CD, but it does balance our chakras. I had music composed by an energy healer who is also a musician. And the music was composed especially for me, for you, really, to help you balance your chakras because we have 7 major energy points in our body, and each one resonates with a musical note and a color. And after listening to this, I personally feel like I just had a personal healing. So if you can buy this all through the year, and I think I don't even know how much it is. It's not a lot of money, but if you go to char.net, you can find out. I think it's like $20 or under $20. And I hope that you're with your loved ones. I hope that you're loving yourself on this holiday, even if you're on your own, because the first true love is self-love. Doesn't mean you're selfish. It just means your needs matter and that you're with your 4-legged babies, like I have my Sonny and I have my loved ones around me. And I just wish you an incredible new year, and you'll all be in my prayers, and I hope I'll be in yours. God bless you. Thank you. Hey, welcome back, everybody. I'm so excited because I have a friend on from Toronto who's always interviewing me on breakfast television. His name is, well, he's known as Frankie Flowers. And he is an expert with healing and flowers and herbs, and I'm not even sure everything he does, but he's a best-selling author. He's he does the weather, right, Frankie?
Yeah, I do. I always say I'm wild about weather, I'm passionate about plants, and all about health.
Well, thank you for being here. I'm so happy you're here. And I know that you're on City Line. You're a contributor to City Line in Toronto, and so am I. And I feel like we're kind of a family there. So I'm grateful that you're here. Tell us about your plants and your healing and what you're doing.
Okay, so first off, my family has been in the world of plants ever since I can remember. So I've always been in this environment of growing things. We have greenhouses here in Canada as well as my family farms. And I really truly believe that in order for people to feel good, I think plant life is so vital to have it around them. And this has been proven. You know, the Japanese do something which is called forest walks. And by walking in the forest, they have scientifically proven that there's a release of serotonin. And serotonin is that feel-good release that we get in our body that makes us happier.
Right.
So now in a world of mental health, I think plants are the way for us to get happiness.
You know, I agree with you. I mean, because there's so much in plants that have healing qualities, like aloe.
Oh, aloe, what amazing plant. You know, we often think of it for sunburns, but a lot of people right now, it's the biggest drink category where they're using aloe inside drinks because it helps with indigestion for your belly, to make your belly, if you have heartburn, helps you out that way.
So you have greenhouses. So do you only grow things indigenous to your climate, or do you grow other things?
Well, we grow a wide range of plants. You know, right now it's the Christmas season. One of the plants that we grow is a poinsettia or poinsettia.
Yeah.
That's not a medicinal plant. It has a really nice story. It's known as the flowers of the holy night, as it really is a Mexican weed. But the neat thing about euphorbia and the poinsettia is, if you ever break a poinsettia, you'll notice it has like a milky substance that's there. That milky substance is for it to protect itself. So a lot of plants have the ability to protect themselves. And many of them, if we can hone in, poinsettia is not one of them, but if we can hone in on those plants that are going to help us,
right,
we can find some really wonderful ones. So let's take for like garlic. Do you like garlic, Char?
I love garlic.
Okay.
I cook with a lot of garlic.
And that's probably why you're so healthy.
It keeps evil away.
It does. You know, and you think about that in terms of folklore, we're supposed to hang it around our necks to keep vampires away,
right,
evil away. But if we look back historically and we look back to the pyramids and we look back that they actually used to feed the slaves garlic all the time because they didn't want to lose work days, it's one of the most universal plants that are out there that we can grow for overall health. Even Dr. Andrew Weil says it's one of the best plants ever for natural medicine.
Well, metaphorically speaking, maybe it does help keep evil away in some ways.
Yeah,
you know?
Well, it's really a really good thing. And I don't know if you think that plants have feeling or emotion. You seem like somebody that's connected, of course.
I totally do. And I'll just quickly tell you, I'll have to get a picture of it for you, but my mom had plants in her kitchen, hanging plants. And she passed away in 1999. And I brought those plants to my house. When they were in her house, they never flowered. When they're in my house, every time I come home from California, they flower, and they looked like they were like ancient plants, and we looked it up, and they're called Jesus's tears.
Oh, amazing!
Do you know that plant?
I do know that plant. It's actually related to the Hoya family, and it is a plant that, as it becomes root bound in its pot, it has a greater ability to flower. But you know, there has been scientific proof that plants can sense danger. So they can actually sense when insects are going to come and eat them. And they'll actually put more toxins into themselves to prevent them from insects from eating.
Well, is that why roses have thorns on them, to keep?
Yeah, you know what? That's why. Roses do have thorns as protection. But, you know, there's also a saying that goes that the thorn is actually Cupid's arrow, because Venus was going elsewhere and Cupid was upset. So Cupid shot his arrow, and it landed into this bush that was flowering. And the rose has the thorn, which represents Cupid's arrow, where love is beautiful on the top, but love is painful.
Do you, well, so do you feel that Western medicine has gotten off track and that we should go back to more natural healing?
Well, you know what? If we look back and we look back to just a century ago or even a few decades ago, people would go to their garden as their pharmacy. So they would go and get oregano and create oil of oregano. They would use aloe vera. They would use garlic to kind of heal themselves.
Well, and
Ah,
I'm sorry,
yep,
but
go ahead.
oregano is used to prevent getting colds, isn't it?
Yeah, oil of oregano, of course, and it's also antibacterial. So you can actually take oil of oregano and brush your teeth, and that will help with the inflammation of your gums. So
Whoa.
it has so many great properties. But have we gotten off track? I think, yeah, many pharmaceuticals are actually derived from plants.
Mm-hmm.
But I always say that, we should look at a natural approach. And then if we really get sick, we should blend the two together. What we need to do is to have everybody work together for common health. And if we can use the natural and also use Western medicine together and combine it, well, we should be open to all of that and work together.
I agree with you. I think it's important to amalgamate the two because it's good to be open-minded about everything because then you have twice as many opportunities to get better.
Yeah, and I lost my brother, and it was in 1998 to cancer, and he was
Oh,
22 years of age. And we tried everything that we could possibly try,
I'm
and we
so
would do the
sorry.
same today. But what we found in the medical society is that as soon as we were looking for other alternative methods in terms of naturopathic medicine, traditional medicine would frown upon that. And that's not the way it should
Well,
be. We
do
should
you
be
know about
combined together.
do you know about Eziac?
Yeah, Ezyak, which is Casey spelled
I
backwards.
know that.
Yeah,
Like, did you give that to your brother?
we did. We
I
did.
had a
Which
feeling just now that you gave it to your brother. It's
Yeah,
so
and I read a bunch about it. That's what I love about you. You are always two steps ahead.
I'm always what?
Always two steps ahead. You know exactly what's going on. But your connection to the greater
Thank
world
you.
itself, I think probably many of the energies. I don't know if you feel that plants have energies from people in the past.
I definitely agree with you that plants have energy, that plants have feelings, that everything in life has energy. Everything. I back to the Eziac because I know a lot of people don't. How many people? There's a huge percentage of people that end up getting cancer.
Hmm.
I had two dogs that had cancer. Neither of them died of cancer because I gave them Eziac. Do you know the story about Eziac, about ring case?
I know a little bit about the story. It's been quite some time, but I also know that it comes from Aboriginal and
Right,
traditional medicine.
right. And
Yeah,
she real quickly, she gave a shot to this woman who had breast cancer, and she kept giving her shots of Eziac, and the cancer went away.
yeah, and it's a tea. It's a tea base that you
Yeah,
can take
it's
it
an
as.
herbal tea. Do you grow burdock root and everything
Oh
in?
yeah, Burdock's in the book. Our book,
Is it?
Power Plants, is Burdock. And a lot of the times people are like, "Well, what is Burdock?" And I often say with Burdock, if you ever go for a walk
Hmm.
and you get burrs stuck to your leg, you ever gone with your dog or you've gone to an area and all of a
We
sudden these
do.
burrs
I
all stick
do.
to your leg? That's Burdock.
It
So
is.
yeah, the burrs that stick to your leg, they derive from the name Burdock, and that's the name. And
Oh.
it's the burdock root, that caseac, which essiac, which is the tea that's derived from the burdock root, which is wonderful in terms of its medicinal benefits.
And what are there any plants that you suggest for mood disorders, like if somebody's like, I don't know, instead of lithium or
Yeah.
depression or whatever?
So first off, let's just talk about the active gardening. So there was a recent study that just came out in the UK that said that if you did 30 minutes per week of gardening, that they not only found that you are physically more fit, which is of course because it's a physical outdoor leisure activity, but secondly, the incidence of mental illness the feeling of happiness started to increase when they started polling people that were not gardening. So just the
Oh,
interaction with plants, number one. Number two, if you look for, B12 is something that you're always trying to look for. So plants that can
yes.
have and give you B12. The reason why, let's say, for instance, a lot of people dandelion in areas of Canada and even in the northern United States, dandelion would be frowned upon as a yellow flowering weed.
Yep.
But dandelion is fantastic, not only for a little bit of B12, but also for its ability to increase iron. And a lot of the times people don't feel good or are mentally not feeling good is because of their lack of energy and feeling tired. And an iron
Interesting.
deficiency can cause that in a person. So increasing your iron intake by eating dandelion, and dandelion, not only can you use dandelion, the foliage of dandelion, you can also use the root. It's an amazing plant that a lot of people think is a weed, but really it's great.
Are there any like holistic drops that are made with dandelion?
Many, yeah. So if you were to go to your natural food store, or even when you were to go to Whole Foods and you
Uh-huh.
talk about dandelion, there's concentrated dandelion that you can get. You can get a dandelion tea, and if you want to feel a little bit adventurous, you can also get dandelion wine.
Oh,
Yeah.
it sounds kind of like Boone's Farmy.
Hmm.
For those of you who grew up in the 60s like I did and had Boone's Farm wine.
But
Okay,
you know what? Though the '60s seems like it's coming back,
it
right?
is. I agree with you. I was just thinking that.
Hmm.
You're
Like
you're
I don't know if
right.
you're. Do you remember the macrame hanger?
Oh yeah. Yeah. That is so funny, but it is true. Like the hippies are coming back because we thought about natural things. We wanted to do everything purely and honestly and natural and healing.
Yeah, like just this last year, myself and another friend, we have two boys. I have two boys. He has two boys.
Uh-huh.
We did the Daddy Project. So what did we do? We had our veggie garden. We had 3 beehives and 3 chickens.
Oh,
So that's something that you would do in the '60s, but we had a blast.
that's so
Uh,
fun. Did you have fresh eggs?
We had fresh eggs.
Mm,
We at the end we had fresh honey. We made some big mistakes, but we also had some great success.
how fun. Oh, that's
And
so much fun. And can plants help children heal?
oh, yeah, for sure. Because if you look at plants, just overall, the act of gardening, we'll go back to that, is now we're so digital. We're so much in front of a digital screen.
Mm-hmm.
Plants actually give them the ability to plant something, watch it grow, and then also have something to harvest. So it gives them the full process. Also, there's been a lot of studies that show just interacting in the soil helps with your overall mood too. It actually feels good. There's ions, positive ions that are released as well by looking at green. And they've also showed studies of classrooms that are located close to forested areas where
Uh-huh.
kids can see green outside the window or even have green inside the classroom, that they're more successful, they're healthier, and there's even less sick days in the school.
It makes so much sense because I have to have nature around me. I have to.
Me
I don't
too.
care what the inside of the house looks like, but the outside, I have to have nature.
Yeah, and in terms of Los Angeles, California, your outdoor living is so important. And here in
It is.
Canada, in Toronto, we have great summers, but in the winter, even getting outside, it's really great.
It is, and it's Christmas, and I'm so happy that you're here with us. So tell us how to get a hold of you, or how people can buy your books, even throughout the year. It doesn't have to be as a Christmas present. It can be anytime. How do we get a hold of you, Frank?
So you can get me at frankieflowers.com. If you even have any questions whatsoever, if you have a troubled plant, I'm always there to help you out. As well, you can go to Amazon. Our books are there. Barnes and Noble, the book is there, which is Power Plants. Just to let you know, I wrote the book as well with Bryce Wild. Bryce
Okay.
Wild is a homeopath, and
Oh,
Bryce Wild is on the advisory board for Dr. Oz. So he's my
oh,
co-author.
how
Uh,
fabulous.
so we made sure that we had the growing, which is my experience, and we also have the medicinal taken care of.
I
And
act,
as a team, we created a great book,
that's fabulous. And the name of the book again is
Power Plants.
Power Plants. Well, I actually had, do you mind if I email you? I have a question about a plant.
100%.
Okay.
You know what? I could talk gardening day in, day out, plants day in, day
Well,
out.
you know so much, and you've taught us so much, and we appreciate it so much. And I wish you and your family a wonderful holiday and a happy, healthy new year. And everybody go out and buy power plants and get on Frankie's website because he has so much to teach us. Thank you so much. Happy, happy new year.
Happy New Year to you too. Health and happiness to all, and big kisses.
Oh, I caught it.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you.
Got yours back.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Don't go away. We have a really good reading coming up for you, and I really want you to see it. I have a poem that I want to share with you. It came through me. I just woke up one day and this poem came to me, and I'd like to share it with you for this holiday season. It's called, this is the voice of your loved one on the other side. It's called Until We Meet Again, a message from heaven. My work is done. It's time to leave. Know that I also am missing you as you grieve. I completed my karma on the earth, and now it is time for my rebirth. I'm flying with eagles and dancing on stars. Please know that I haven't gone far. The love we have will carry us through until the day I am again with you. What an amazing journey this passing over can be. I am in good company. I know you hurt, but please trust me. Our journey together is for eternity. So until the day our souls reunite, stay peaceful and well and use your spirit's sight. I will bring you signs from up above, a butterfly, a bird, my sign of love. Don't worry about me. I'm in good hands. Stay strong, stay positive, and continue to pray. When it is your natural day to graduate from the earth, look for me in the bright white light. We have completed our purpose, and all will be right. Take care. Okay, Doreen, please just be open about everybody living and deceased and their names.
Okay, definitely.
And it's not logical. Like two people may share the same name or initial. It might be a first name of someone living or a last name of somebody deceased or a middle name. So if you could just be open about everybody, that will help me, okay?
Okay, definitely.
Okay, I always say a prayer of protection before I do this, and I've done this already, so I'm just going to go right into your reading, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I see somebody else that's a D besides you. So do you have family that's a D?
My grandmother,
Don't
her
say
name
the
is
name,
Doreen
don't
as
say
well.
Okay, don't say names.
Oh.
Okay, but your grandma's Doreen.
Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking that. So don't say names and just say yes or no.
Okay.
Okay, no worries. Okay, so I feel like your grandma's around you. And then I'm also getting somebody that's an A or M.
Okay.
Is there somebody deceased that's an A or an M?
With an M, yes.
Is it M?
Yes. As an yeah.
Yeah.
M.
Is it a female?
It is a female.
Is she like Mary? Or
very similar to that.
A Marie or Marian or?
Very similar to that.
It's M-A-R.
It is. Would you like me to state the relation?
Is it M-A-R or M-A-U-R?
M-A-R.
M-A-R. Okay, so it's Margaret. I don't know the name, but Martha. It's
there. It is.
Martha. Is that your grandma or your mom?
That is my grandmother.
So we've got both your grandmas here, Doreen and Martha.
Okay. Hello?
Yeah, I'm just thinking.
Okay.
Excuse me. Are you changing something about what you do at your work? I know you said you're a teacher, but are you changing what you teach or adding on something?
Yeah, I am on a temporary assignment.
Yeah, I see that there's a change.
Yeah,
So,
last year was a younger grade, and now I'm at a middle school level.
Right. So what do you do? They like you're like the substitute, the long-term substitute or something?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah. you fill in for pregnancies and
exactly.
long-term whatever being away. Okay.
Exactly.
This is good. They love you here.
Yeah, I've been told.
It's still,
I love it
but
too.
I feel like it's still important to put in for a permanent job.
Yeah.
And I feel like you're going to get one. And I feel like you're going to get you want a permanent job, right?
Yes, definitely.
I feel like you're going to get a permanent job because you're proving that you're good at what you do. And when there's an opening, they're going to want to put you in where you are.
Okay.
But
yeah.
also, because I feel like you like the school district, but I also feel like you should look elsewhere. Are you looking elsewhere as well?
I am. I'm also looking for other opportunities that are similar, that are along the lines of this. Yeah.
Keep putting your applications out and whatever, because you're going to be working. And do you ever work with like reading
Exactly.
Like Sylvan reading, or like reading, teaching kids to read?
Yes, I'm a reading interventionist. That's my background. And I do currently teach language arts and social studies.
Yeah, okay, because I also feel there's money to be made with teaching reading and reading skills.
That is very funny, because
And
that has
also, I feel like you can do some tutoring on Skype as well. Are you doing this?
I'm actually in the process of putting together a plan as far as how to assist students, because now there's such a tech education element that's kind of in the works of a lot of education.
You need to take advantage of this. I have cousins in Michigan who have a similar kind of business like this, and a lot of things are going to Skype and homeschooling.
Yeah.
So you need to market it properly for your homeschooling and everything else, so you can, I feel like you can get a ongoing job, but also have extra work on the side and be very busy if you want.
No, definitely. That is so interesting, because that has definitely been.
And be proactive about it and make it happen. This is not going to be hard.
It's true.
This is like, it's time for a new beginning for you, and this is all going to fall into place for you. But you also need to market it more, and the families, even where you are, need to know that you're available to do this. And you need to market also to homeschooling people, or families who are homeschooling, okay?
Yeah.
Do you have 2 different nationalities in your family?
Yes, I do.
Are they Are they 2 different religions, or just 2 different nationalities?
It's actually both. They are from both ends of the world, really. Would you like me to be a little bit more specific to help you?
Okay. Okay. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going with this, but I'm just seeing 2 different nationalities. I don't know. And are you not sure what you are, or?
No, I pretty much am.
You identified with one.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you recently join anything that's religious or spiritual?
I'm involved with a lot of groups that are focused on alumni organization, but it has a I wouldn't say spiritual meaning, but it has definitely empowered and enriched me to the point of gaining some confidence that would be relatable to that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I see you in a spiritual, doing some stuff in a spiritual realm, and I feel like you're going to help make a difference with other people, and you also work with kids in that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you're like, you have healing gifts with helping people feel peace or feel spirit, or you have a calling for it too, don't you?
I do.
Yeah. Keep doing this. There's a lot of good that's coming from it. Have you ever considered writing?
I have.
I feel like you
at
should.
one point.
I feel like you should also write and try to. You'll have to excuse me. My dog's hairs are all over me. I feel like you could write something that could help people feel like they belong somewhere in a spiritual kind of environment, whatever that means. Does that make sense?
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
Do you speak another language?
Yes, not fluently, but I am exposed to that, yes.
Do you have family that speaks another language?
Yes, I do. Both of my parents speak different languages.
2 different languages?
Yeah.
Is one from Europe?
Yes.
Yeah. Because I'm hearing, I don't know. another language. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
It's more of a soft-spoken tone, yes.
Yeah. Is there a sport? Somebody who likes sports?
Myself and my husband do.
Your husband and
Yeah, we both do.
you and your husband.
Yeah,
Do you go to games?
I do.
It's a good release for you guys to go to do sports or
Yeah.
to go to games.
Yes.
It's what you do together, right?
We have recently, but typically no. Typically, I tend to go because he prefers to stay at home.
He does.
Yeah.
It's good for you guys to do stuff together, though.
Yeah.
I feel like you're both really busy, and you're busy with the kids, and you're busy working, and you two still need to do stuff together.
I agree.
Who's R or B?
It's
Don't
old
say
friend.
the name.
Okay.
Is it a male?
Yes.
Is it like a Robert, Bob, or
Yes, exactly.
who is this?
He is an old friend of mine that I grew up with in high school.
Mm-hmm. Are you still close to him?
Yes, we talk a lot.
Is he somebody that had a crush on you at one time?
Yes.
I feel like you're the one that got away.
Yeah.
He still holds a torch.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, you can't leave your husband for him,
No.
but Robert still holds a torch. I'm so happy to be sharing this holiday with you. I wish you all a wonderful, wonderful new year, happy, healthy, and we create our destiny by the choices we make, so make it an incredible new year. God bless you. Be well.